Hi and welcome back to Cut the Crackle. Today we're going to be looking at this, the Demonhunter Bricks DL-44 Hands Blaster Lego replica. Now this of course isn't an official Lego set, it is a custom kit using all 100% genuine Lego pieces. When you order these custom sets from Demonhunter Bricks, they email you a PDF file of the instructions and then send the bricks in the post to you. Last week I reviewed their Luke's lightsaber set, so if you haven't already, be sure to check out that video. But right now, let's take a look at Han's Blaster. The DL-44 might possibly be the most iconic of all Star Wars blasters. Like most of the old props in the original trilogy, it was based around an actual gun from World War II, in particular the German C-96 broom handle Mauser pistol. Back to the set itself, this right away just looks impressive. Like I said in my review of the Luke's lightsaber set, these are advertised as 1:1 scale, and this certainly looks like a full-scale replica of Han's trusty sidearm. The greebling on this thing is just magnificent. It uses a lot of these flat Technic disc pieces on the side here, but perhaps less obviously on the front here to create this ridged effect on the front of the blaster body. Turn this baby around, and what's really nice is that it looks just as good from the other side. I mean, you have this plate up here exposing its underneath, but that's it. Although, I do kind of wish that wasn't there. It is the one part that betrays that this is built up out of Lego. What I mean is, much like with Luke's lightsaber, from a distance I think you wouldn't immediately notice this is a Lego build. Except, if it's facing this way, I feel like those three circles are just so recognisably Lego that that'd be a massive giveaway even from across the room. But going back to the scale of this thing, this feels closer to full scale than Luke's lightsaber. I said in that review I thought it was as close to full scale as you could possibly get in Lego, but for me it felt a little small for a two-handed weapon. This, however, feels like a proper size handgun, or blaster rather. Don't get me wrong, this is much more of a display piece rather than something you go around playing troops and smugglers with your friends. Another reason why this is definitely more a display piece than a toy is down here. The grip has a little bit of give back and forth, but the real problem is the trigger and trigger guard. So, yeah, just making contact with the trigger, it falls off. It has next to zero clutch power, and the guard below doesn't have much more either. The rest of the build is solid as a rock, and I had a lot of fun putting it together, but this just kept falling apart the whole time, and it caused no end of frustration. It uses a couple of jumper plates to attach and keep centered, which I think is the main issue, as jumper studs don't have the same level of clutch power as regular plates. You can also see that one of the arch pieces in the center here isn't down fully. I've taken this bit apart and put that back down so many times now, but due to the way the build is, and the pressure of the other pieces around it, it just keeps rising up like this. Which means the front of the trigger isn't really attached to anything, so it's held by just one stud. Not ideal. The scope looks to be based on the original configuration from A New Hope, which is actually my favourite look, and I also love this part use atop here. The barrel is also really good looking, and I love how they've captured the distinct shape it has, right down to those holes on the sides. Like Luke's lightsaber, this also comes with a brick-built stand. The only thing I'd say about this is make sure you get it sitting just right, as if you just plop it down in there, it has a tendency to lean to one side and then fall down like that. But if you get it just right, you're golden. Despite some issues with the stability of the trigger area, I think this is an excellent build. It really does the business in terms of replicating Han's famous blaster in full scale using only Lego pieces. If you're a classic Star Wars fan and a Lego enthusiast, then you can't really go wrong with this. What do you think of Demonhunter Bricks' Han's blaster set? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, and as always, if you haven't already, be a hero and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Laters.